All right. With content editing in the age of AI, we have the problem that we do not know how much is made by artificial intelligence and how much is made by human and what exactly was made by who. So let's use here AI to create an SMS to Einstein. And so we see like there was generated code. We accept this, and this is now getting written into a manifest, into a C2PA manifest. This is the standard that we are using, and it's signed by the system itself. Like there's a key for signing those C2PA manifests that makes sure this system is actually allowed to do it. And we also store C2PA actions, which is the identification which content was created by whom or edited. And in this case, it's the AI model GPT-4o Mini, but could be anything else. And then if we go here and say, instead of come over for some espresso, come over for some, I don't know, let's say coffee. Um, then we see here is a change made. We accept this change, and now we have an entry by a human that made a change. And we could also say, hey, let's change something more in the system. For example, let's take this one and say, change the question. Let's see what the system comes up with. Okay, now we have like a new question. Accept this change, and we see also here's another edit by an AI system. So very well, we also see, okay, this is only infected a certain range of the content. So that way you would also be able to identify exactly what was changed from AI and what was changed by a human. So the system itself, C2PA, the standard is mostly focusing on media content. So images work quite well. If we do this export here, we see we got a document signed PNG, and you see here this is a PNG image. You can like select the text, but it's a PNG image, and it holds the verification data in its metadata. So if we go for a verification system, external verification system, like here, this C2PA viewer, um, we can take our modified file, and we see here it's like valid, or created file. We see here this one is valid because we haven't like modified anything in this. And the same way as with PNGs, we can now also do it with text files. PDF is unfortunately not yet supported fully by the SDK. So I'm falling back to very simple TXT file. So I'm storing this in a TXT file and save the manifest alongside with it. The problem is with having two files is always you need to have the two files in sync. Sometimes this is not perfectly working. One file gets lost and then you have a problem. And so I came up with this like joint format, c2pa.txt, but you can use also the other one. So let's export this and go to the verifier and select single C2PA. Let's select the file that we have just created and verify it. And we see it loads here the content and the action chain, and also it verifies everything. If along the way of transferring it, there was made a change to it, like this is the joint file. This first part, let me zoom in a little. This first part is everything from the content, and then we have the whole manifest stored here as base64 just to make it a little bit more compact. And so let's make a change. Let's remove this like later icon to it. And now we made a change that's not like captured in the manifest. And let's reload this and reload the file and verify the file. So we still see the content can be loaded and the chain can be loaded, but the content now, like the change that we have made is like, this is wrong, right? And this is basically detected because of the two hashes are no longer in sync. And the signature is still true. Like in the manifest, there is like the signature that we are the valid entity to create the content, and also the external verification. This is just a demo here, but this is also valid because like the timestamps when we created those entries is still correct. Yeah, and that's basically the magic of keeping track who has edited what on the field of AI and human collaboration.